And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black with white trim. His official weight of 10 stones, bang on. He has a record of 62 fights, 1 draw, 8 wins, and 1 of those wins come in by way of knockout. Hailing from Sheffield, England, United Kingdom, introducing Karl Sampson. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black and gold. His official weight of 9 stones, 12 pounds. He is currently undefeated with 2 wins. Hailing from Brandon, Suffolk, England, United Kingdom, introducing Kieren.
Gentlemen, let's keep it clean, let's keep it professional at all times. Remember to protect yourself at all times. Touch claps, let's go.
Well, there we heard the referee's final instructions. Lightweight contests over 4 rounds here. Kieren, the young prospect, 2-0. Sold a lot of tickets here tonight.
Seconds
over
out.
140 tickets. Comes with a big support, and the kid can fight as well, going in against the tough, durable Karl Sampson from Sheffield. It's going to be interesting to see which way this one goes. Kieren in the black shorts with the gold trim. Sampson in the black shorts with the silver trim. Kieren just looking to find a range with that jab, just falling short there. Sampson knows his way around the ring, only been stopped a handful of times before. Very, very durable. And it's going to be a good test here for the young prospect from Bury St Edmunds, Kieren. Kieren just falling short again there. Just needs to find the range with that jab, get into range and then let the right hand go. Sampson doing a good job defending himself at the moment, and not a bad little start here from Kieren. Maybe the timing not quite there yet, but as I said, he is a decent little prospect.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get a long time being a prospect. You only get 4 rounds, but I think sometimes it takes a round or two to, get your flow, get your rhythm, know where you want to be.
Good left hook there.
Yeah, just grazed over the top of the head of Sampson.
Yeah, I mean, what's your feelings on the 4 rounds, Dens? I mean, I was never a big fan. I think I done 1 4-rounder, then I moved straight up to 6 because I didn't enjoy it. Weren't enough time in it. And
yeah.
I just feel that, really, I'm not a big fan of the 4-round distance.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you, but a lot of prospects need to get their feet wet, and I feel like if these prospects feel they're ready, they should request boxing over 6 rounds. I mean, your team would know through sparring and stuff. Obviously, if it's your first fight, you get your feet wet, you do your 4-rounder, and you go again. But for example, for me, after 4 rounds, I'm getting warm, so it'll be done after that. Do you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. 4 rounds is the sprint. You lose a round,
yeah,
or something happens in a round, you get a point deducted. You're in big trouble.
Chasing, yeah.
You're in big trouble.
Fight chasing, so it's true. I mean, it's still kind of quite similar to the amateurs, but I guess for the prospects that need it, it is needed. But nowadays, you see a lot of prospects come from the amateurs or the Olympic background, and they go straight into 6-rounders. It allows them to settle better. Because right now, it makes for a good fight, though. I mean, they're going for it, aren't they? Yeah,
but they sort of like, their tactics are out of the window, aren't they? Because you can't afford to drop that round, like I say. So that sort of changes tactically the way that you fight, because you're willing to sit in the pocket a little bit more, take that bit much more of a gamble.
Yep, that is true.
Kieren not really found his distance in this opening round. Probably done enough maybe to win it, but didn't really settle down too much, and that's what we're talking about right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sampson came out fast as well, tried to unsettle him. I mean, with the 4-rounders, it's hard. Everything you've been working on in the gym, you don't really have time to get them off because there is no time. You just have to do everything that comes naturally. That's second nature, and that's obviously to sit in the pocket and scrap at times. But Sampson obviously knows that and thought, let me offset him, sit on him, and just make this a fight where he can't get off what he wants to do on me.
Yeah, I mean, Sampson, who's had over 60 contests, this will be like a breeze in the park to him over 4 rounds. Hence why he started fast, tried to break the rhythm of Kieren. Probably had some success in doing that, if I'm totally honest, because Kieren struggled to find the range. He didn't find the distance with that jab. And when you haven't found the range with a jab, there's no point in letting the right hand go because you're going to reach and fall short on it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Kieren done there.
Out.
So he needs to just edge his feet into range, find the range with that jab, and then let everything follow off the back of that. Here we go, round number 2. Kieren again, positioning himself well here in the centre of that ring. But there you go, Denz. What I'm talking about, he's letting that right hand go, but his left foot is not in range, so he's going to reach for it. And that leaves you, when you step up in levels, you leave yourself vulnerable because you have to reach for that, lean forward, and you're there for the check hook.
Yeah, you are. But you got to give credit to Sampson because he's the one that's making him do that. Even though he's a journeyman or whatever, look how busy he is with his lead hand. He's just touching it, he's moving it around, he's floating, he's making Kieren not want to jump into nothing. Or Kieren can't find his range, so he's trying to just, throw the backhand. But like you said, he's ending up falling in and missing. Yeah,
it's smart work from Sampson. He's showing all his experience here. He's trying to draw the lead here of Kieren, because I think he recognises that. Yeah. That backhand lead is not a good shot from Kieren because he's leaving himself vulnerable, open, in the pocket, and it's not a good position to be in. If he's going to throw that backhand, he needs to finish on the left hook here because that will get himself back out of trouble.
Yeah. And regardless of which stance Sampson is in, he's throwing that lead hand. He's keeping it so busy. So it's Kieren is guessing. Okay, how do I get through? How do I get around this? He has to keep guessing. The shots might not be hurtful, but there's a lot of speed in them, and there's a lot of, there's a lot coming at once. Look, southpaw position. He's just pouring with that jab. Feints. Look, foot feints. Pouring with a jab. Kieren is guessing. He can't get his work off.
He's enjoying it in there, isn't he, Sampson? He's having the time of his life. Lovely 1-2 as well. He's having a good round here, Sampson.
He is. He's controlling the rhythm of the fight.
He absolutely is, yep. Switching orthodox southpaw. He's not allowing Kieren to set anything up. And he's controlling the distance, which is the most important thing. You watch his feet here. Look, just out of range, but in range enough to get off with his own shots.
Yep. Good try there from Kieren.
Yep, look at the shot there from Sampson again. Kieren sitting in the pocket too long, not moving his head. This is a good round from the man from Sheffield. Sampson working well. And I tell you what, dare I say it, but is he starting to fancy it a little bit here, Sampson? Because
I think he is.
He's growing into this a lot, and I think that he's done enough to win this second round.
I think so too. I think a lot of good work came from him. I mean, the pouring of the lead hand, I loved it. No matter what stance he was in, he kept it active, kept it busy, kept touching Keen's gloves. Kieren didn't know which hand he wanted to throw. So we come with a backhand who'd fall short. Sampson's out of the way, and he come back with his counters. He threw a good 1-2 at times, good with a jab. When he was in his smart with his back, he held him, he turned him. I mean, that was great. That was a great round from Sampson.
Yeah,
I saw.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think Sampson done exactly that. Echo what you say, that touching with a jab, setting up with the right hands, left hooks, then tying his opponent up. Doing enough to score the shots, tie his opponent up, and then Kieren was getting frustrated. He was letting his shots go, wasn't being very creative, and falling short with the shots, reaching with that right hand. You got to say that's a good round for Karl Sampson.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Seconds out, round 3.
2 rounds gone.
And like we said before rounders, this is it. I mean,
telling you, man. So I said 2 rounds gone, 1 round apiece. This is like a 2-round fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is a 2-round fight, man. That's what I'm saying about these 4-rounders. Because now he's going to have to go out there and stamp his authority in this, Kieren, and he will know that right now. But there's that touching that you were talking about again there, Dens. That's good stuff that he's got there. He's just like, he's being very unpredictable here.
Yep. Moving left and right.
Switching orthodox southpaw. Good movement again.
And the thing is, Kieren hasn't realised he's better off throwing the jab and missing rather than throwing the right hand and missing.
Absolutely.
But he hasn't thrown the jab. Sampson's making him not want to throw the jab.
Yep, he's neglected that jab. It's big hooks or big right hands, and he's not landing the shots, and that's a big problem. Like you say, there should be a lot of feinting going in there with his feet, with his hands, coming off that line, slipping, being a bit creative. We're not seeing that at the moment, and that's a big problem for him, because if you're a little one-dimensional and a little bit predictable against someone like Sampson, he'll take that.
Yep, and he is taking it right now, and Kieren hasn't really figured out how to cut him off.
No, and Sampson is just like nicking points, isn't he? Like, you know what I mean? He's like a thief in the night, just going in there and just nicking a little bit, and then done. He's using his, he's using his ring IQ to full effect here.
Oh, good little sweeping right hand there from Sampson.
Yeah, he might leave this ring with the new nickname, the York Hall Robber. if he comes through this one, mate, he can have that one. I'll give him that one.
Look there, Kieren just chased him along the ropes. He needs to just step to his left when Sampson's going that way to his right.
I'm telling you, right, Sampson is doing the more effective work here. And like Kieren, yeah, there's big effort and whatever, but it's a little bit predictable, and you can see there's an air of desperation around it, a lot of frustration in there as well. And he has to work it out, right, because he's being too predictable at the moment, but he's not changing it. He's still trying it, but it's not working.
Yeah,
so if it's not working, you've got to switch it up.
100%. I mean, maybe if they had 6 rounds, Sampson may tire out, and then he could, steal the back end of the fight, but...
You know what? I don't think he would, though, mate. Because he's relaxed.
Yeah.
And he's enjoying himself. Like, he's boxing well within his comfort zone in there at the moment.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that, to be honest.
You know what I mean? Look, he's even having a chat with a referee. All right, mate, how's that round? It's unbelievable. Like, I think he just nicked that round as well. I just think that the cleaner work is coming from Sampson, like the cleverer work.
Yeah.
He's like pot-shotting, nicking little shots, popping away, tying his opponent up, and yeah, Kieren is working hard, but he's not really getting through with anything effective. So for me, Kieren needs a big last round here, or it could be one of those fights that might not go his way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he needs a big last round.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, 4th and final round.
4th and final round of this lightweight contest. Kieren versus Cole Sampson. Kieren, the prospect, 2-0 against Cole Sampson, who's 1-8, lost 53. And was widely respected to lose this one. But again, there you go, those sneaky little shots. And he's just growing in confidence, oozing in confidence in there right now, Sampson. This is not going according to the scripts.
It's not. Sampson said, forget the script. I never read it anyway.
Yeah. He's anything like me, he couldn't read it, mate. Yeah, the scripts are there to be torn up, mate, and he's certainly doing it. We see it historically through the sport of boxing.
Yep.
And with these journeymen, and I will call him a journeyman because he's like I say, he loses more often than not.
Wins, yeah.
But if you give them a little sniff, they're hard men to beat because
100%.
they know their way around the ring.
They do this every week. I mean, they have more fights than we have spars. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just, they do it every week.
That's crazy, mate. More fights than I have baths. Crazy, mate. I'll have to have a bath after tonight. I'm
100%.
I'm sitting here looking like a leopard, mate. I've got blood spots all over me. It's been one of those mad nights, and we get that in the York Hall. Bethnal Green, it's just like one of those. I love this venue.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I love this venue.
Atmosphere is always amazing, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Sampson's even working the body on the inside.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Oh, there's a cut over the left eye of Sampson. He's going to be fuming now that he can't box next week. He's out for 28 days.
He's going to be absolutely fuming with that, mate. So now he's going to definitely want the victory.
100%,
you know what I mean?
he can make it worthwhile.
Yeah. He's just lost his pay packet for the next 3 weeks.
Oh,
Body shot went in there, you know. He felt that, Keen. And he's got 40 seconds to do something here, Kieren Keane. He's going to have to do something quite substantial because for me, Sampson's done enough in this contest. Been very, very impressive.
You see the frustration on Keane's face.
Yeah, it's just not gone his way, is it? But he's not been able to figure out what he needed to do, and what he needed to do was just move those feet into range and be a little bit more creative.
Yep.
He was throwing his shots with the feet too far out, and he was reaching, and Sampson cottoned onto it, and he fancies it. And I think he's done enough there, Sampson, and he might have torn up that script we were talking about.
I think so. I mean, I thought he won the last 3 rounds, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think he nicked it. He nicked it, mate. The York Hall robber.
The York Hall robber.
He's done it. He's been in, mate. The smash and grab.
The smash and grab.
That's exactly what's happened there, mate.
Karl smash and grab Sampson.
There you go, man. We just renamed him. That's the name, smash and grab Sampson.
Certainly boxed like it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see which way this goes. Mark Nielsen, the promoter, is in the corner there of Kieren Keane. A little worried look on his face as well. This is not a foregone conclusion. For us, smash and grab has done enough.
Yep, I think so too.
Well, we're just about to get that decision now. And it's going to be interesting to see which way this goes, but the general feeling around ringside is Sampson has done enough, but we are just about to get that
Ladies
announcement.
and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. The ringside referee scores the bout 39-38. And your winner, Karl Sampson.
Yep, smash and grab Sampson
Smash
has
and
done
grab.
it. That's the new name. The York Hall
name.
robber has come in.
Yep.
And he's done the job. Congratulations to Sampson Keane. I think there's a lot to work with there. He just needs to go back to the drawing board and just work on those little things that we were talking about. They were the things that were sort of clear on the eye, holding his feet a bit out of range, reaching with the shots, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But plenty to work with.
100%. I mean, he didn't cut off the ring much. He didn't really, find his rhythm. Like you said, falling short. Neglecting the jab. I mean, a lot of young fighters neglect the jab nowadays. They're just looking for the eye-catching shots. And listen, I think you can't beat the jab. It sets everything up.
What is that about young fighters that don't do that? Like, the jab is the weapon that everything else comes off. You know, and it's all right leading with right hands, but you can't lead with a right hand if your feet are not in the position. The jab puts your feet in that position.
Literally. And that's what I was saying to you. He was throwing the right hand and missing, and we better off throwing the jab and missing. Because then if he doubles it up, he might touch the glove with the second jab, and then you're slowly closing in. But
Yeah.